I'm wearing the same shirt I wore the last time I did one of these. Didn't plan it that way. Hey guys, so today is a little bit more of a serious video as the title suggests. I have done one of these videos before where I provide my perspective as a gay man into some sort of aspect of the gay community. Last time it was my perspective on bisexual guys and the way the gay community perceives them, and this time it's about prejudice and the gay community. So you might think I'm talking about how the rest of the world is prejudiced against, you know, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and all of the other individuals that make up the community, but it's actually not. For this video, I'm actually talking about prejudice within the gay community against its own members. Now that I've become single and I'm trying to date again, and I just have noticed it a lot more, I guess, because I noticed the way that, you know, gay men in particular interact with other gay men. It's just kind of hurtful to see the things that people say and the way they'll put other people down to push themselves up just to get the point across that they're not attracted to you. I apologize in advance if any of this offends you, if you feel like this describes you and you feel like I'm, you know, attacking you. That's not the case. The point of this video, I want to kick it off this way, is to really see if we can bring the community together. I will say one of the most blatant things I've seen, usually on things like Grindr or the like less dating app types, are specific races being called out as far as what someone isn't attracted to. And while, you know, it tends to be a lot of Caucasian guys who say that, I've seen guys of many different races make the same remarks. So it's not something that is just for white males. For example, you'll read a profile and they'll say like, you know, I'm this, you know, whatever. And then they'll say things like no blacks, no Asians, no Mexicans, no whatever it is. And the fact that you have to put that in there is kind of disgusting, actually. You know, I'm sorry, it's one of those things where it really just bothers me. And it's not because I'm half of a minority, it's because I'm a person and I want to be treated like everyone else. And I know that we all want to be treated that way. Look at things like marriage equality. This is a perfect example of how the LGBT community is trying to be seen as equal to their heterosexual counterparts. We want to be seen and treated fairly. So why is it that within the community, you're allowed to put each other down for these other things? That's completely contradictory. You can't ask someone to, you know, accept you for who you are and turn around and not accept someone else for who they are. It's completely hypocritical. I understand that you may not feel an attraction to people of a certain race or something like that. The second that you write down that you're not attracted to a certain race, or you say it to them in a private message, then you've taken it to a level that where you're just prejudiced. And notice I didn't say racist. There's a difference, at least in my mind. Someone who's prejudiced against different races, you know, puts them all together and maybe has a certain perception of them that, you know, causes them to not be attracted to them or want to be around them or whatever. A racist person, in my eyes, is someone who takes it to that next level of offensiveness where you're actually attacking them and you're insulting them for who they are. And again, being prejudiced isn't a good thing. I'm not saying it's better than being racist, but, you know, I will never call someone racist unless I hear them throw slurs out or say really, really inappropriate things. Not to digress into that, that's a totally different topic. You know, just because someone's of a different ethnicity than what you may normally be attracted to, that doesn't mean you can't be friends with them. I mean, I've had guys who will just instantly block me the second they find out I'm half Asian, and I'm like, I didn't even ask you out. I, for all you know, just wanted to be friends. I don't see why you can't be friends with someone just because you're not necessarily attracted to them. Aren't those the type of friends you want, that you don't want to worry about, you know, hooking up with? Things like your ethnicity and your racial background are only part of the picture. Another example is masculinity versus femininity. I constantly see profiles that say, I'm masculine, I only want other masculine guys, or don't be femme, or don't be queer or flaming, or whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh, who cares what they're like as a person if they, you know, act a little bit differently, or if they're not, you know what I mean? You don't need to call them out on that. I will tell you right now, I will be friends with anyone, no matter whether or not I'm attracted to you for whatever reason that is. There's no reason to turn down someone and be rude to them and just push them so far down just because you don't feel an attraction. But one thing I'll tell you is that by limiting yourself as far as whether someone's masculine or feminine, you might be missing out on someone who shares all of the same interests as you, the same passions, and really has everything you might want in a partner, but maybe they act a little bit more feminine, or maybe they act a little bit more masculine than you're looking for. Are you really willing to pass up on that potential person of just getting to know them just because they come across as a little bit more feminine than the next guy? If you are, then sorry, but you're an idiot. You are. Get a drink with someone. You're not committing your life to them. Get to know them. Maybe at the end of it you realize they're a cool person, and while you may not want to date them, you definitely want to hang out with them. So what's the harm in that? It really just makes me sad that we fight so hard to be accepted by the rest of the world, and sometimes the least accepting people in our lives are other gay men. Why is it that the people who should be closest to home to us are the rudest and the meanest ones to us? There's something wrong there. And I think if we could maybe, you know, just take one step back, before you act, before you say something, before you write out a profile on anything, think about how you would feel if someone did that to you. It wouldn't feel good. It doesn't matter whether it's your race, whether you're masculine, whether you're feminine, whether you're jacked or overweight or too skinny or whatever it is. The golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated. That has never changed across the dawn of time, but it's something that we lose sight of, and I don't know why. I'm not telling you that you have to go and date someone who you don't feel a physical attraction to. That'd be wasting your time and their time. What I am telling you to do is stop saying the rude and hurtful things to get your point across. You don't have to do that. I hope you guys took away something positive from this video. And by that, I mean, you know, thinking about how you treat others and maybe taking that step back to reflect on yourself. Please feel free to comment below. I know you guys really had a lot to say about the bisexual guys video, and I hope that we can generate some mature adult discussions around this topic. I will go back to lighter videos next time I make one, so don't worry, it's not going to be heavy stuff all the time. This is just something that really was kind of weighing on my chest. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.